Record. Better, little bit. Okay. So in the last class, we actually started options, right? And we were saying that on an average, option is the right for the long side and obligated for the short side, right? In US, option could be traded both in the exchange, both in the over the counter. And we know the difference, right? We know that if it's traded over the counter, there could be some counterparty risk, right? Exchange, no counterparty risk, right? If it's exchange, it's standard. If it's over the counter market, we can customize, right? So these are some basic characteristics of the options market in USA. We went over call options, it's the right to buy. We also went over options moneyness, right? Whether it's in the money, at the money, or out of the money or not, right? We talked about what are the factors that can affect or influence option price or option premium today, right? So very basic fundamental is anything that will increase the probability that you will exercise the options, which means we will only exercise the options if at expiration S is greater than X, right? It's profitable, right? Anything that will increase the probability that long side will exercise the options will also increase the option price. That's the thumb rule, or that's the main statement. If you understand that statement, then think about these three factors. Easy to understand when the option price should be more, when the option price should not be more. Make sense? You went through that. About speculations and about hedging, like when MNC is gonna use options for hedging or speculations. So if you talk about hedging only, and let's talk about there's an MNC that need to buy currency 3 months from now. Let's say IBM has contract with some Mexican vendors, and 3 months from now, IBM needs, let's say, 100,000 Mexican peso to pay the vendor at Mexico, right? Now, what should IBM scare of today about the exchange rate? If the exchange rate stays the same, is it a problem for IBM? If the exchange rate goes up, like goes up against IBM, is it a problem for? Right, because if, let's say, Mexican peso is right now this much, $1.05 of Mexican peso, right? Sorry, I said properly. 1 Mexican peso is 5 cents of US dollar, right? If it goes up, this is the problem for IBM today, right? There's the same, no problem. Goes down, IBM will be happy, right? They will need less dollar to buy Mexican peso. To cover these issues, to protect this risk, they can go for call options. This is called hedging. Also, MNC financial institutions can go for speculations if they have expectations about currency fluctuations. So feel free to just have a read of all of these from the book. These are some basic stories which you already covered in the class. Just read from the book. Now, how many of we are familiar with these two graphs? How many of you from here are familiar with these two graphs? So on. No one is familiar with this to the. So this guy is trying to explain us for the call options and expiration, what should be the payoff and profitability look like. From the last class, what is payoff for options, call options from the last class? At expiration, what is payoff? How can we estimate payoff at expiration? Asset price minus strike exercise price. Profit is basically payoff minus price or premium, right? Look at the top panel, okay? This is trying to tell exercise price is 1.5. 1 pound or 1.5 pounds. Premium is basically to make this contract today, you have to pay this much of price for each contract, right? Now, at expiration, if exchange rate is 1.48 for the long side of the call option, what do you think? Should you exercise or should you let it go? At expiration, 1.48, so which is basically exactly this point. Should you exercise or should you let it go? What are you going to do? Because the long side has the right to decide. At expiration, so today, the long side paid this much, make a contract, and decided at expiration, this should be the strike rate. Okay? This should be the strike rate. The long side will buy British pound. Okay? Long side will pay for each $1 British pound, $1.50. Right? At expiration, let's say I'm giving you the rate, exactly 1.48. What do you want to do if you're in the long side? Exercise or let it go? Let it go, right? Why? Absolutely. In the market at expiration, if you want to buy British pound, you can just pay $1.48 and can get 1 pound. But if you exercise the call options, you have to pay $1.50 to get 1 pound, right? Common sense, which one is profitable? Go to the market, right? Let it go. That means long side will not exercise the option, call option, right? However, this money is already paid, right? If you look carefully, this blue or I don't know, some color other than black, this line is trying to tell you a different price range, what should be the profit for the long side. So at 1.48, your payoff is 0 because you are not exercising the call options, which is this solid line. And at 1.48, you're lost. Or you can say negative profit is this much, which you already paid. Make sense? At expiration, if the rate is 1.5, what do you think? You can do anything, right? You can exercise, you can use it go, right? If you look carefully at 1.5, your loss is still negative. However, your payoff is still 0, right? What do you think? 1.51. What should we do? 1.51. Let it go. Exercise. Why? Still saving 1 cent, right? Still saving 1 cent. If you look carefully these two graphs at 1.51, your payoff become positive. But your profitability is not because you already paid 2 cents. Profitability is not. Your profitability getting positive when the exchange rate is above 1.52. At 1.52, your payoff is positive, but profitability is still 0, right? You should exercise because the payoff is positive. Always make the decision based on payoff, not the profitability. Profitability is gone on the day 0. Doesn't matter. Always exercise if your payoff is positive. But the problem is, your profitability will not be positive until you have covered up for your initial premium or initial price. Above this one, what is the decision? Absolutely exercise, right? Your payoff is positive, profitability is positive, all the way you are making money and money. So you should exercise. So make sense about this upper panel, what's going on. This is the long size payoff and profitability for call option. This is payoff. This is profitability. On the short side of the call option. So the idea is, if you think about the option, who has the right to decide? Who has the right to decide? Long, and what gonna the short side do? Just respect or honor the decision. Payoff and profitability should be the mirror image, should be exactly the mirror image of the long side. You can see that exactly the mirror image, right? Because before 1.50, long side will not exercise. Payoff is 0, but short side received this much at day 0 in the beginning. So the short side keep making money until 1.50. After that, long side will exercise until 1.52. Short side will keep making money. After that, profitability is negative. Going forward, whenever if you're trading options or if you are taking any classes, teaching options, I always recommend for all of my finance classes, don't think of memorizing formula. It's tough to remember the formula for next 20 years if you want to go to university for participation. So there are understand the mechanics. If you want to calculate the payoff of any options, let's say call, very easy way. Think from the long side, what the long side will do. Exercise a little bit. And then mirror image. If the long side is making $5, let's say, for call options, short side will be losing $5. If the long side is losing, short side will be making money. So just understand the payoff of the long side, mirror image. Questions? Call, payoff and profitability for long and short. Now moving on to put options. So what is a put option? It's a right to sell. Long side of the put option has a right to sell certain asset, or for our case, certain currency at a predetermined rate. And for that, same way, the long side of the put will pay the price or premium today. Now let's say IBM recently bought one subsidiary in Mexico. As a result, IBM is supposed to receive 100,000 Mexican peso from that subsidiary. What should IBM scare off? What should IBM scare off? At 3 months, if the rate is this much, IBM will be getting $6,000, $5,000, $4,000. Right? What should IBM scare off? They have subsidiary in Mexico that is supposed to give IBM 100,000 Mexican peso. 3 months from today, what is the problem of IBM will be 3 months from today? Problem will be if exchange rate goes down, right? Because if exchange rate goes down, IBM will receive lower cash flow, right? IBM will receive lower cash flow. And that's gonna lower the valuation, right? Problem one of today. Item one, that's gonna lower the valuation. What IBM can think of? Go for a put option. IBM can go for a put option and can decide we will sell foreign currency, Mexican peso, at a predetermined rate today. Make sense? We will lock on this rate. As a result, we are hedging, we are minimizing our risk from the expected cash flow, right? They have to pay the premium of price today, right? Now, in what conditions you think IBM will exercise? At expiration, if this is the exchange rate, do you think IBM will exercise the put option? So this is the exercise rate. Why not? Because at expiration, if this is the exchange rate, and if IBM exercise the put options, they will get this rate, $5,000, right? Instead, they can go to the market, trade on the spot, and can get $6,000. Make sense? At expiration, if this is the rate, IBM will be indifferent, right? Because the market is offering this rate, they're also logging this rate, right? What if at expiration, this is the rate? Do you think IBM will exercise or no? Yes. Because IBM is already logged at this rate, market is offering this rate. So there's no reason go to the market and trade at the market, right? So long story short, for put options, if exercise rate. Or you can say if market rate is less than exercise rate, that is the situation that long side of the put option should exercise. Options minus from the last class. Which one you think option is in the money, option is at the money, and option is out of the money? From the last class, we learned options minus in terms of call options. Now we are learning option minus in terms of put options. Simple answer. If you think the situations encourage you to exercise, that is in the money. If you think the situation encourage you to be neutral, at the money. If you think the situation encourage you not to exercise, out of the money, right? This is a neutral situation, right? When ST is equal to K, neutral situation. When ST is less than K, motivated to exercise for put, right? We are motivated to exercise. So here is the place where you guys got confused. Because for the call options, it is better for the long side asset price and explanations above the strike. That's a good situation. So that's why that is in the money. For put options, you can think about for put options, it is better for the long side that asset price is lower than the strike at expiration. That's why this is in. So you have to identify long is you want to buy. When you want to buy, think about this way. Think of this way. You want to buy a car. What is your ideal situations? Pay more or pay less? Pay less, right? So it is better if the market is offering more, you already have a predetermined price. Market price above the predetermined, you are getting benefit. Call is you buy. Now change your positions. You already have a car, you want to sell. You want to sell more, right? If the marketing offer is less, market offering you less, the predetermined price is high, it's good for you. Because you want to sell. The predetermined price is high if this is the market. So expiration, if this is the market, your option is gonna help you. Make sense? Call, put, when to exercise, when is the money, when at the money, when out of the money. Okay. Moving on. Now you tell me the very underlying rule or theory we talked in the beginning of the class. How the option price or premium should be affected. What is the very important underlying rule of thumb? For option price, what is the very important underlying theory or rule of thumb? Anything that increases the probability that long side will exercise the option will increase option price, right? For put option, we always prefer this situation, right? We always prefer this situation. This is preferred for put, preferred for call, right? So that's why negative here, and for call, just positive here. Make sense? The more time you have, more the probability that you can reach your preferred destination, right? More volatility, more probability that you can reach your preferred destination. So this is basically positively related. Questions? On the test, if you find some situation that will give you information whether you will be able to exercise the options or not, you will be easily able to interpret the option price should be higher or lower, right? So to think about whether or not, if on the long side, I'm going to exercise the option or not. If yes, option price should be more. If no, option price should be less, right? We already talked about how LLC can use currency put options. Answer is if they have exposure, right? If they have exposure to foreign currency and they want to save themselves if their home currency goes down, right? These are some strategies you can just have a look, have a read. And here is the graph again. Who wants to explain? Long put, short put. Exercise 1.5 premium, I believe. Take a look, and who wants to explain? No one wants to explain. Which one? Top or bottom? The which one are talking about? Top one? Down one? Okay. Okay. For weight. 1.47 breakeven for what? Did we make the decision based on profit or payout? Payout. That's correct. 1.47 is the breakeven for profit, but that's not correct in a way. We never make our decision based on profit. This profit is gone. Initial investment is gone, right? Always make the decisions based on payout. So when the rate is 1.5, neutral, long side of the put can exercise or can let it go. When the rate is above 1.5, this is not wise to exercise the put options because you can go to the market, you can get a better rate. When the rate is below 1.5, now these puts are the long side because market is offering lower. I want to sell, I will sell high. Market is offering me lower. I should start exercising my payoff gonna positive from there. But as I already paid 3 cents, my profit will start become profitable from 1.4 cents. Right? Makes sense? As I already told you, short has no power, just to honor. Mirror image. Just mirror image. So now, couple of things. If you look this one, long and short is bounded by this much of loss from the wrong side, right? But they can make a lot of profit. It goes up. If exchange rate goes up, doesn't matter. There's the minimum loss. Sorry, maximum loss they can. Profit is anything. What do you think about this? Profit will be anything if exchange rate moves on that way, right? But if exchange rate move on that side, loss is bounded by that much. Make sense? One final thing for today. In general, options are two types based on exercise policy or exercise right. The options are two types, either European or American, based on exercise policy or exercise right. So the name of the region doesn't have anything that if you have to go for European options, you have to go to Europe. It's only about exercise policy or exercise type. How they are different, any idea? When you say European options versus when you say American options, what is the difference? Any idea? I know other than three, you shouldn't have the idea, but three people should have that. Why European and American are different? For what? What do you mean by flexibility? They can exercise twice, thrice, 4 times? Or what do you mean by flexibility? Let's say we want to go for option contract for 3 months. Okay. If it's an European type option contract, the long side has only right to exercise on the settlement date. Makes sense? We want to make an option contract for 3 months. Long has the right to decide, right? Long can only decide. But for the American type options, long can decide to exercise anytime within today to the settlement. Make sense? If tomorrow I feel like, oh my god, my option is profitable, My payoff is positive. One can decide to exercise. Even if payoff is positive, for European type, long is not allowed to exercise until we pay. Makes sense? European versus American is all about exercise policy. If you are allowed to exercise only on the expiration date, you can exercise only at the expiration date, so you can buy. If you're allowed to any time from today to 700, makes sense? Questions? That's all from chapter 5. You have a quiz this Thursday, okay? I hope, did you guys get any announcements or notifications that there's a new quiz posted? No, yes. Okay, but there should be a quiz on this Thursday for chapter 5, which is all about currency derivatives, okay? On the next class, we'll start chapter 6. Okay.